Let's see. This is we're going to have a short set here with us playing a few tunes. It's going to follow some of the rules of different rules for teachers. We're only allowed to play things we haven't practiced. Yeah. So we've had no time to do this. But so it's the usual. Start with some excuses, and hope for the best. So I just have a couple of things to say right now while they're fresh on my mind, and that is, first of all, thank you to all of you for joining in this this fabulous thing, and I don't know if any of you have any idea of how important and special it is to me, and just I don't know. It's really hard to explain, but knowing that everybody gets so much out of this, and that so many people bring so much to it too, and that's really the thing. It's anyway. I feel really privileged and honored that it evolved into what we have, and you guys are a huge part of that reason. So yeah, give yourselves a hand, because we are. I also think we're very fortunate that we were able to move it to this place in spite of the last minute changes and some other things like that. Because as some of you may have heard, my first last ditch effort was going to be, if we can't find a place, we're just doing it at TG Central, and in tents and whatever else. It was So anyway, I was a little panicky, and when presentation closed, and then many other places I contacted said, "Oh, we're open all the time except in August when we're booked solid." So anyway. One of the unfortunately for me, the biggest disadvantage about being out here is it was much more difficult for my family to get here. And I'm really glad that, Nani was here at least a couple of times, and she was going to try to make it tonight, but it's her first week of school, and so she's just had her first 2 days of full-time fourth graders, and driving out here for an hour and a half for a little bit of while, and then, going home at midnight was, that's why she left early last night too. But I was really glad my son Corey showed up, so at least we had one family representative. My two daughters were planning on coming tonight, and it just two things happened. Lizzie has just started her at San Jose State, and she's all of a sudden had 2 hours of homework that had to be turned in at midnight tonight. Yeah, what's with that school, Ed? Yeah. So Lizzie was already bailing. Now Rebecca was, she'd been working really hard on a song that she was dying to play out here, and she was really wanted to do it with Lizzie but she had to be at a hula rehearsal. She's got a hula competition in Long Beach next week, and so she couldn't cut out on the last practice before it, and that was going to run until 7:30 or 8. So the earliest she could have got here was 9:30, and then she has to be at work at 8 o'clock in the morning too. So. She was kind of in tears when I was talking to her at 6 o'clock, saying, it's just not going to work, but it's really important to her. She's the one with the most, at least of the kids, of kind of sense of family and obligate, or family connections, I guess, not so much obligations.
Post her on TG on the video.
Yeah, we'll get a video of them doing the song that they were going to do, and. Hopefully, it's getting the two of them together at the same time is now almost impossible. So matter of fact, they were practicing the day of the barbecue. Rebecca was at the barbecue for a little while. That was the first time they had a chance to work on the song that they were thinking about doing. So anyway, so I missed them, and I'm sure you guys would have really liked seeing what they were doing. So
tell them we missed them too. Yes.
I will pass that on. So. I think that's it for the personal info. The first thing I want to start with today is tonight is a really interesting thing that evolved, because some of the things that happened here at camp were the songwriting just was out of this world. The three groups of people that put these songs together did a great job, and first of all, just the advancement for everybody. From last year is I couldn't believe it. From Monday night, I was just in awe of everything that happened, and it continued through the week, and everybody just kept amazing me more, and so it's just it's such a pleasure to watch this thing evolve. And thinking that, oh God, it's almost over now. What a relief is not exactly what's going through my head. It's like, it's too bad we couldn't do this more often for maybe a shorter time, or or whatever. But because I definitely noticed today, everybody's moving a little slower. I think the adrenaline finally burned itself out of everybody's system, and my sister, where is she? And a few other people. I think Karina was in this boat today too. Had 2 naps today, a 1-hour one and a 2-hour one, a couple hours apart. That's kind of an unusual thing, but sleep deprivation is an important part of camp too, I think. Yeah. And there's going to be a little more of it tonight probably, but we should be out of here soon.